Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to come on here this morning and be open and transparent with y'all because I feel like a lot of times, you know, well, at least me, like, I speak positively for a reason, because I all the things that I've been through in my life. I speak positive. I pour in. I give positivity every single day. You know what I'm saying? My mission and my job is to make sure that I'm giving y'all, as much inspiration as possible on a daily, right? Oftentimes, you know, well, not oftentimes, but sometimes there are days that you have like today, like you guys see, like it's raining behind me. You know what I'm saying? And anybody ever feel like you get up and like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? You know what I'm saying? You get up and you feel like everything is just pouring down on you. You get up and then everything is just like, yo, man, like when is it going to end? When is it going to stop? You're trying to get to this next level. You're trying to get to this level in your life. And every time that you turn, everywhere you shape, you know what I'm saying? There's just something that's holding you back or something from keeping you from getting to that next level. Something that's just like, dang, like I thought I did everything right. I thought I did everything correct. I thought I did everything that I was supposed to do. And it's like, yo, like, God, do you even hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you even hear what my prayers are? Do you hear what I'm talking about? Do you hear me crying out to you? Right? And oftentimes it's like, dang, man, like you see other people that are doing their thing and they're prospering and they're living their best life and stuff like that. And although that they're doing that, it may be a perception. You know what I'm saying? A perception of what they've gone through, or what I'm trying to say is what they have, the things that they've gone through in their life pretty much have got them to that point. And you don't know everything that happened behind what they went through. You don't know everything that went into them getting to that level. So sometimes we can get caught up in seeing someone's status and seeing how someone has got to a certain level in their life, and we can get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being quite honest, like for me, I woke up this morning discouraged because it's like, dang, I was hoping for something to happen, and I followed all the steps. I did, at least I thought I followed all the steps, followed everything I was supposed to do, and then boom, it didn't happen the way that I wanted. Now, oftentimes I come on here and I speak about positivity, I speak about encouragement, I speak about how to get through, these things in life. But the reality is that I can't give you that advice if I haven't gone through it. I'm gonna say it again. I can't give you that advice if I don't go through it or have not gone through it. Otherwise, the advice that I give will be vague. The advice that I give will be null and void because I haven't gone through nothing, right? And the reality is, y'all, is that I've gone through, an immense amount of pain, an immense amount of failure in my life. I've failed more than I can count on in a lot of different aspects, from business to relationships to friendships to all these different things, right? All these different things. And it sucks, man. It really sucks. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It really sucks at the fact that you go through these different failures, right? And it's just like, dang, like when am I going to get the breakthrough? When am I going to get to the next level? God, I feel like I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, and for some reason I'm just not where I want to be at yet, right? And the question becomes, are you where you want to be, or are you not where you want to be, or are you where you're supposed to be, right? Are you here where you're supposed to be in the world, right? And oftentimes, sometimes this is where we're supposed to be. This is still part of the journey, still part of what we're supposed to be doing in life, and it sucks. I'm not even gonna hold you. Oh, nobody's really like being real, whatever. Where it's gonna sit there and be like, okay, like you know, Nobody's gonna be real and say like, okay, I love the fact that I'm going through this pain. Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna sit there and say, I love the fact that I'm going through this pain. But we know that the pain is necessary. We know that the pain that we have to go through is necessary for us to get to the next level. And some people in here may not feel that way. Some people may feel differently. You know? And the reality is that we got to go through these things in life. And the question is what are you going to do about it? The question is are you going to continue to push? Are you going to continue to grind, or are you going to go do something else? When things get tough, when things get rough, right? Are you going to settle it and not continue to push forward? Right? Or are you going to say, you know what, I'm going to continue to push forward no matter what? Right? Are you going to continue to push forward no matter what? Because think about it. You've come this far. Right? You've come this far in your life. You've come this far in the game of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And the question becomes, are you going to give up now? Are you going to quit now? Are you going to stop now? Right? Because many people do. Many people stop. And sometimes, let me say this because this just came to me. Many people have to understand this aspect. Sometimes you gotta encourage yourself. See, oftentimes we'll sit here and we get on our YouTube, or we get on any device, and we look for the inspiration. We look for the motivation. We look for people to motivate us, and that's all well and good, and I encourage it very much so. But when are you going to encourage yourself? When are you going to sit there and pick yourself up? When are you going to say, you know what, self? Today we're going to do it no matter what it look like. Today we're going to do it no matter how it shapes. Today we're going to do it no matter how much rain and everything is behind me. Today we just going to do it. Today we're going to do it. Today we're going to do it. Right? When are we going to do that? Right? Because we can sit there and look for this person to say this, and look for this person to say that, and read this quote and read that quote, and da 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 da. We can look for all of that, but the reality is when are we going to sit there and encourage ourselves and get ourselves moving? Right? And that may not be everybody, but there are those days that happen. There are those days where you're saying to yourself, you don't want to get up and you don't want to move. Those are the days where you got to have discipline, and motivation ain't just going to cut it. I said those are the days where you got to have discipline, and motivation ain't going to cut it. That's what we got to understand, right? It's the discipline aspect of it. Are you going to be disciplined enough to continue to fight? Are you going to be disciplined enough to go through the battle? Are you going to be disciplined enough to get through? Maybe somebody out there right now is going through something with their work. Maybe somebody out there right now is going something with their children. Maybe somebody out there right now is going through something and everything in their relationship right now, right? Maybe. At the end of the day, you're going to have to put in the work. At the end of the day, you're going to have to put in the work. We're going to have to put in the work at the end of the day. We just can't sit and wait. You gotta be able to move. You got to be able to go out and serve. And you know what? And even in my discouragement right now, I'm encouraging you. And I want you guys to go out and push. I want you guys to go out there and grind. I want you guys to go out there and get to the next level. Because guess what, yo? At the end of the day, your destiny is for you and nobody else. Nobody's going to fulfill your destiny for you. Nobody's going to do the work for you. No physical being is going to do the work for you. No physical being is going to do the work for you. Nobody is going to come on here and say, you know what? I'm going to do everything for you, and that's it. And you're going to be able to reap the benefits. Right? Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. You got to recognize and replace. When those negative thoughts come in, you got to recognize and replace. Right? When those negative people come in, you got to recognize and replace. When those things or whatever are coming in where it's saying like, you know what, yo, like at the end of the day, I got to recognize where I'm at. I got to be aware of where I'm at, and I got to replace it with a positive thought. That's what having a positive mindset is really all about. Right? Right? That's what having a positive mindset is all about. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? There are people out there that just want to be negative. There are people out there that just want to sit there and have, you know, a negative mindset because of their own personal reasons that they've gone through, and they haven't sat there and dealt with the root of their issues yet. They ain't dealing with the root of their issues. And the Bible says, you know, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Right? So whatever your heart is filled up with, if your heart is filled up with negativity, guess what's going to come out? More negativity. Right? But if your heart is filled up with positivity, no matter if negative comes against you, you're going to speak positive against that negative. That's not saying that you're not going to deal with anything negative. That's not saying that you're not going to deal with anything real. Right? Because listen, some people will sit there and be like you'll get speakers that come out all the way and try to encourage you every single day, but the reality is they ain't living it. Right? Listen, you can have all the positivity in the world, but if you ain't being real about your situation. And years ago, my son was battling cancer, yo. I had to shut my dance studio down. I had to shut my business down. I done lost 65% of my income. That wasn't by choice. See, a lot of times we'll sit here and say, you know what, I've gone through this and I've gone through that. Some people will be like, you know what, it was a choice for you to do that. It wasn't a choice for me. And a lot of the failures that I've gone through wasn't necessarily by choice. But some things were some decisions that I made were bad decisions. So yeah, that was a choice. But some things weren't by choice. So you get both ends of the stick. But at the end of the day, although some things may come up negative, are you willing to go through and think from a positive standpoint on how you can get through it and go to the next level? Recognizing your negatives and overcoming, right? And pushing it with the positive aspect of life. What is it that you have positive in you? Are you willing to make that shift? Are you willing to make that turn? I don't know who you are right now, but listen, I'm going to tell you right now, even inside your discouragement, there is success. I said, even inside your discouragement, there is success. Even inside your discouragement, there is something to behold and something to take heed, you know, to get to that next level. There's something inside that discouragement that you're going to be able to use to get to the next level. You have the rest of today to do it. Are you going to push? Are you going to grind? Or are we going to steadfast in everything in our discouragement? Are we going to steadfast in our failure? Right? And are they really failures, or are they experiences that we're facing right now? I believe that they're experiences. So let me rephrase my words. Right? I believe that this is an experience that we're facing. In every experience that you face, there's always a lesson to be learned. The question is, are you willing to sit here and take hold of that particular lesson, use it, right? Elevate it to another level and teach someone else teach someone else to do what not to do, right? Teach someone else what not to do is the right wording. Teach someone else on what not to do so that they don't go down the same path that you went down, right? All these things that we face, all these things that we go through, and I'm speaking to myself as I'm saying this as well too, right? It's for us to go through something because God knows that we're strong enough to handle it and teach someone else down the line on what not to do. And when that success comes, because it's going to come, when that success comes, we give him all the honor, we give him all the glory, right? And we see that what we went through was well worth it in the end. I don't know who this is for, but I pray that this encouraged you. This wasn't the most motivational speech or anything like that I was trying to give. I was just making sure I came on here and be real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want you guys to think that I don't go through nothing. I know I post a lot of positive stuff all the time. But that's because I am a positive being. I'm a positive way of life. I'm a positive person. I'm a positive person all around. But I do face some negatives in my life. And when those negatives come, I understand on how to combat those negatives with what I already have inside me, using my gift to make the shift in my life. So if you take anything out of today, use your gift to make the shift, y'all. Use your gift to make the shift in your life. Whatever your gift is, no matter how many failures you face, use your gift to make the shift, right? Use your gift to make the shift. I just wanted to come on here and be real, man. I just wanted to come on here and be real. I ain't like, listen, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire or anything like that right now. You know what I'm saying? Do I have aspirations and everything to I have aspirations to use what God has given me. Right? Is rejection, somebody said, is rejection failure? No, rejection is an experience. Rejection is not failure. Rejection is an experience. Just because you got rejected from something or someone, you've experienced what that is. You experienced what it felt like. Doesn't mean that you failed. You only failed if you die full. I said you only fail if you die full. And what do I mean by that? You fail if you didn't fulfill what it is that God has called you to fulfill. If you didn't go out and achieve what you were called to achieve. If you didn't go out and do what it is that you were called to do. Knowing full blown what you know you're capable of doing. That's failure. In my eyes. Right? So, is rejection failure? Absolutely not. However, it is an experience. Since I was feeling like I was a failure or constant rejection from boys. So listen. It's all about, constant rejection just basically means that ain't the right door. That ain't the right door. You know what I'm saying? There's other doors that need to be open. Amen. Alright, y'all. So listen, I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And y'all keep doing the same thing. Remember, when we change the mind, we change the game. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow worry about itself, and today is all you got. Today is all you got. You make sure you impact today the best way you know how. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's raining on you, you know what I'm saying? Just look at it as God is pouring something into your life. Alright? For the overflow to come. Let's get it. See y'all later. Peace.